mean, it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today on this Fanboy Friday. And without further ado, let's get into this.
Welcome, everybody. Good to see you guys on back-to-back days. I think about the Los Angeles Lakers. I think about, a franchise where basketball history just sort of unfolds and takes place. I mean, if you think back to the origins of the game of basketball and Dr. Naismith and Peach Basket and all that's emanated from the invention of the game, and you think that in the history of the NBA, there's never been a father and a son that have shared an NBA basketball court, and that feels like something that could be magical. And we know and have to respect, of course, that LeBron has a decision about his opt-out, and I'm sure he and his family and his agent will deliberate what they're going to do there, and of course he has freedom to decide whatever's best for him and his family. But if it worked out that he was on our team next season, NBA history could be made, and NBA history should be made in a Lakers uniform. So that's just sort of globally how we feel about the draft moment. But more important than that is to talk about Bronny James as a basketball player, because this is his day, and he was the one selected with the 55th pick. Bronny is first and foremost a person of high character, and second, he is a young man that works incredibly hard. And those are the qualities we look for in drafting players and adding to our developmental core at the Lakers. He had a great draft workout with us where he displayed those qualities to me in a hour lunch that we shared in the building just to get to know each other. It became clear that he was a man of character. In terms of his work ethic, I think we've all seen that lived out too. He's not a person that has ever taken shortcuts or expected or been entitled about basketball opportunities. He's worked for everything that he's gotten, including being selected today at 55.
All right, so that was Rob Pelinka at the press conference after drafting Bronny James. But before we get started, fanboys, we hope your day is going terrible. We hope your day is going terrible. You're not going to like this video. If you want to cry, you can go sit in the corner and cry, or you could click off. You have that option, but I'm sure you're going to listen to the whole video because you like pain. You're going to spam my comments with all of your feelings about what I'm about to say, and I honestly have no idea what I'm about to say because this is uncharted territory. The Lakers have officially put everything in place for next season to be the greatest show on earth, the greatest circus on earth. The trifecta. So before we get into this, before we get into the Lakers, into the NBA, I want to talk about something. I want to talk about shame. We need to bring shame back into our society. There is no shame left at all. And everything in this society is justified because someone is making money. If you are making money, then whatever you do is justified. That's why you have things like OnlyFans and that kind of thing. You can't criticize anybody because the moment you criticize them, if they have money, you better believe themselves or some of their fans are going to come at you saying, hey, well, they have more money than you. But again, money is not everything. And not only that, money will not let you rest well at night if you are getting money by despicable means. Money means nothing compared to purpose. If you have a purpose, or a passion that drives you, and everything that you do in whatever career you choose is driven by the passion and the need to do things right and to just work hard to be the best at whatever it is you're trying to do, not only will you sleep better at night, but you will be respected much more. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what point that we get to in society. The bottom line is people still respect the grind. People respect the hard work. This is why Michael Jordan has all the respect that LeBron James wishes he had, that LeBron James begs for, that LeBron James cries for, that LeBron James hires people to try to control the narrative for, that LeBron James keeps doing everything except being the best basketball player that he can be to try and get. But you can't get it because you already ruined it when you decided to take shortcuts. You set the path for your career. The moment you left Cleveland, you started a domino effect that couldn't be repaired. And ever since you left Cleveland, you have acted as if you are entitled to have the best players, best coaches. The minute something is not going right, you are looking to switch things up. So yes, we need to bring back shame in this society so that people don't think that earning money is the justification for everything. Now, speaking of shame, the NBA. Wow. If you would have told me 10 years ago that the NBA would be in this state, I wouldn't have believed you. If you would have told me 10 years ago that the Lakers, the Los Angeles Lakers, the home of so many greats, whether you're talking about Jerry West and Elgin Baylor and Magic and Kobe and Kareem and, just a list of players that are respected and who gave their heart to the Lakers and played the game the right way. If you would have told me that that the Lakers would now have LeBron James, the guy who is known for ruining the competitive level in the NBA. Matter of fact, I'll give him that. Hey, fanboys, here you go. Your king is the GOAT of ruining the competitive level in the NBA. If you would have told me that the Lakers would hire JJ Redick, who is the GOAT of how to go from podcaster to head coach with no experience at all. If you would have told me the Lakers were going to draft at number 55 the son of the player who has done so much to ruin the NBA. If you were going to tell me that the Lakers were going to draft Bronny James, who I will now say is the GOAT at receiving a spot on a roster that is undeserved, I would have never, ever believed you. I wouldn't have believed you. But this is where we at. We have the trifecta, my people, and everything is in place for next season to be incredible. When I say incredible, I don't mean incredible basketball being played. I mean incredible from the amount of distractions and antics and just complete it's just unimaginable what's about to go on. I mean, first of all, I think this is a terrible situation for Bronny. Again, we all know that LeBron James hasn't officially re-signed with the Lakers. But we all know that LeBron James' ego and LeBron James' need for praise and to have everyone say, he has to be the GOAT. he played so long, he was able to play with his son. We all know that LeBron James is not going to resist the urge to get that kind of praise. We know that that's not going to be the case. So I say, to me, it's almost certain that LeBron James will resign with the Lakers. Now, for Bronny's sake, I actually hope that LeBron James, if we're just talking about what's best for Bronny, I don't think playing with LeBron James is going to be what's best for Bronny. I mean, number one, I feel like Bronny James is going to get a up close and personal seat about how LeBron James tries to control everything. And so, I feel like LeBron James is going to be trying to direct Bronny on the court. Doesn't matter what JJ Redick says. LeBron James is going to be not only directing JJ Redick, but directing Bronny on the court. And then it's like, is Bronny going to experience that passive aggressiveness that happens when LeBron James feels let down on the court? That passive aggressiveness that J.R. Smith knows all too well. That J.R. Smith came out and said that, hey, when you're playing with LeBron, it's about who didn't help me win. And is this going to become a narrative about Bronny James? And I feel like these kind of early experiences can make or break you. They can make or break you. And so what would be best for Bronny is if LeBron actually went and played somewhere else, I believe. But again, we all know LeBron James cannot pass up the urge to get this praise by being the first player in NBA history to play with his son. Now let's get into what Rob Pelinka was saying. So Rob Pelinka gets on there, and again, this when Bronny James' name was called, to me it was cringe worthy. And Rob Pelinka got up at the press conference and really verified why it was cringeworthy. And why was it cringeworthy? Because you would think that a player getting drafted, that the commentary would be around that player. But no, Rob Pelinka got up there and pretty much spent the first half talking about the history of basketball and what a historic event this is. No one has ever played, it's never been a father and son duo in the NBA. Well, who cares? Who cares unless it was actually earned. If Bronny James had actually earned this position by being so good at basketball that he was able to come out and actually earn a spot on the roster, then that would be significant. That would be significant to have a father and son play in that capacity. But to have it happen simply because you made it happen, and Rob Pelinka's what he was saying in the press conference pretty much verified that, yes, this is why this happened. This is why Bronny James was drafted, so that he could play with his dad and help fulfill that dream and make it some kind of legacy thing, because it's never happened before. Lakers, you guys are a joke. That is completely real. When I think about that, it's just so ridiculous. But so under those circumstances, it means absolutely nothing. And I guess this is where the disconnect continuously happens, is because the LeBron James side of the fence wants to just accept everything as it happens. They want to accept and say, oh, well, LeBron has 40,000 points and 10,000 rebounds and this and that, and LeBron James has 4 championships and we're on 3 different teams, and they just want to accept everything like that. But the other side of the fence, I'm not even just going to say the Jordan side of the fence, because it's people who think other players are the GOAT other than Michael Jordan, but they still dislike LeBron James. The people on the other side of the fence are saying, look, the way LeBron James has gone about his legacy is unacceptable. It is unacceptable. Like the way this guy flops and whines and takes shortcuts and team hops and at the same time while doing everything to control every aspect of his career, still has more excuses than any superstar in history is unacceptable. This is what we're saying. We can't accept that. We won't accept that. This is what we're saying. It's like, how can you, that's like going to pick out a car. You get the car that you want and you drive it home and you're complaining about the car the whole time. It's like, you picked the car. You picked it. And this is what happened this is what we're talking about with LeBron James. It's like, you're controlling every aspect of your career and you have the nerve to complain about anything. You have the nerve to call Miami minimum guys. You have the nerve to you have the nerve to have your Clutch Sports double agents trying to go back and rewrite history and dig up stuff about Michael Jordan stats when number one, all you do is stat pad. Number two, again, your rebounds and assists aren't real rebounds and assists. And I think I'm a star. I know Angry Old Hoops has done some great videos on this, but I think I'm gonna start working on a video of this of my own because it actually to me it bothers me that a player with so many holes in their legacy would actually make an attempt to go poke holes in somebody else's legacy who was a true competitor, a true hard worker, So yeah, this is the two sides of the fence. This is the LeBron James side of the camp where they are willing to accept everything, which again, this is the LeBron James side of the camp is the no shame side of the camp. No shame. LeBron James has money and we are willing to accept everything that he does without any scrutiny. We're just going to accept it. We're not going to question how he got any of these things. And then you have the other side of the camp who do not like LeBron, who is saying we will never accept the way this guy has gone about his career. This whole Bronny James things is like, why are we even talking about this? As if it matters to his basketball legacy. As if it actually matters to his basketball greatness. Again, this is another thing with LeBron James is constantly bringing up non-basketball things to try to make the case for his greatness as a basketball player. Like, if he is indeed a good father, I don't care. Not when it comes to basketball. I could care less. How great is he at basketball? That's what I want to know. And we all know how great he's not at basketball compared to the other greats. And so finally, after Rob Pelinka talks about how this is, unprecedented because a father and son duo has never played together, he finally gets to talking about Bronny James. And what he says is so ridiculous. And again, this is the problem. When you are trying to defend the indefensible, you get yourself to a place to where you back yourself into a corner because you're saying things that are just not true. Not true at all. So he starts talking about Bronny, and he talks about the hard work that Bronny has put in. Look, I'm not saying Bronny hasn't put in hard work. I'm not saying that. I don't know what kind of work he's put in, but no matter what work he's put in, what I do know is it wasn't enough. Or even if he has worked as hard as it's either two things. It wasn't enough, or he's worked as hard as he can and he just actually doesn't have the talent to be there. But at any rate, no matter how hard he worked at this present moment, he is not good enough to be in the NBA, period. And then he actually says this, and this really, I just busted out laughing when he said this. He said Bronny didn't take any shortcuts. Let me say that again, people. Let me say that again. Rob Pelinka said Bronny James didn't take any shortcuts. That was amazing to me, considering he is only on the Lakers because of the biggest shortcut in the history of the NBA, maybe next to his dad. Although I will say this, the shortcut happened because of his dad. Obviously, this whole thing is about LeBron James. The whole thing is about LeBron James. So again, LeBron James takes shortcuts, and he actually made this shortcut happen because he's been saying for years that he wanted to play with his son. And so he made this happen for himself so that he could play with his son. Completely ridiculous. But this is where we're at in the NBA. But so yeah, just wow. Again, I have to keep saying this. Lakers fans, my condolences to you. Because this was the nail in the coffin. I don't know if the Lakers can recover from what's about to happen over the next few years. I really... Well, I will say this. The one thing that Los Angeles has going for it is that people want to be in the city of Los Angeles. So, that in the future, it's highly likely that Los Angeles will get other great players. But, man, if they don't get some different people at the top who are making decisions about winning basketball and not about helping out the... Okay, right before I go, I'm going to have to say this. Matter of fact, I think Angry Old Hoops might have said this as well. LeBron James and Jeannie Buss. It gotta be some, allegedly, it gotta be something else going on there, because this doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. And that's as far as I'm gonna go with it. But it has to be something more going on to where she just bending over backwards for LeBron James. But anyway, we gonna hold up here. People, let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think about Bronny James being drafted at number 55 to the Los Angeles Lakers? Yeah, again, this is it really just leaves you speechless when you think about that actually happened. But again, it's out of our control, people. I have to keep saying that. It is out of our control. The true fans of the NBA, the fans who actually went out and bought the jerseys, the fans who actually supported teams for years and years and years because they were a fan of that team and they supported it no matter what player was on that team. The real fans of the NBA. We have voiced our opinions and concerns for a long time now. And so the only thing I'll leave you all with this. Continue to support the channels who give their honest opinions and honest takes. Again, we all don't always agree on every detail, but I think we all can agree that the NBA is in a horrific state, and it's probably, like I said, at this point it's going to get worse before it gets better. But yeah, we gonna hold up here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Fanboys, I hope your day is getting worse by the moment. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. You all have a truly, truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.